good. Happy Friday. We gonna let y'all tap in before we get started. Last night, I did a live um, talking about the Clipse new album called "Let God Sort 'Em Out," and pretty much I was giving y'all a review off of the last few records that I heard off of a stream that Wayno did. Wayno, he is a well-known A&R in the music industry. He used to work for Rockefeller, and then was working for like 300 record label in Atlanta. I don't think it was 300. I forget. It was another name. It was a record label in Atlanta that he was working for. Moreover, nonetheless, I listened to the album this morning on my way to work, and the album is slamming. Last night, I was very unsure about it, especially from the last few records that I heard on it. I felt like Pharrell was just oversaturated with, like that the album was just oversaturated with Pharrell. Like, he pretty much did all the beats. He's on pretty much most of the hooks. But when I listened to it in the car this morning on my way to work, that album, that album is hard. I gotta give out of a 10, I gotta give that album like a 8 or 9. Easy. Easy. The Clipse, they did their thing on that album. They showed up. Pharrell, it was maybe one or two beats I wasn't feeling, but I think that the Clipse between Malice and Pusha T, they held the weight. It was a great balance for the record, for the project. Rock Nation, they distributed this project, which means they most likely oversaw this project. You understand what I'm saying? To make sure it went out properly. Probably got the last okay to check off on the project. Um, they haven't dropped a project in like 15 years. So this is long. Oh, like this is we've been waiting for a new project for years um, from the Clips. So I think I feel like this is a classic album, and that was I was unsure about that. I said, is this a classic Clips album? I said, is this a classic Clips album? I'm thinking that to myself last night while I'm in the car, and I'm like, I don't know. But when I heard it this morning in the car, so many different. So I just want to say a couple of things that stuck to me. That first and foremost, Pusha T, he owes us 8 bars on the track "So Be It" Part Two. That track "So Be It" Part Two is fire, okay. But the last person rapping on that song is Pusha T, and he only spit 8 bars. Pusha, you owe us 8 bars, brother. The track EBITDA, that's an okay track. I feel like it's very soulful track. My favorite track is Inglorious Bastards. That track is is yo. That track is fire. Okay. The homie Ab Lava, he's on that joint. He's from the group that they had back in the days. And what was the name of that group? What is the name of the group? It's Major something. Major something. Name. What is the name? Hey, how you doing? All right. Group Clipse was in. It was a re-up game. Re-up game. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, it was the re-up game. So Ab Lava's on that record. He killed it. Inglorious Bastards. That's probably my favorite track on the album. Um, You have other tracks on the album that are good, like POV, another super duper classic on that album. Super duper classic. Uh, Let me see, Tyler the Creator, he's on that joint. And the person rapping on it, I don't know if he even sounds like Tyler the Creator. He sounds like somebody else. I don't know who this person is, but I guess it's Tyler the Creator. The first song on the project is "The Birds Don't Sing." That song is super duper fire. Voices of Fire, they did their thing on that. John Legend, he sang his behind off. Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar. That joint is fire. That track is fire. All Things Considered, another fire track. FICO, I ain't really like that too much. The MTB TTF, I didn't really like that too much. So there was about one or two songs on this project that I wasn't feeling. Listen, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification button to the channel so you guys can be notified when I'm dropping new content. All right. Listen, it's 13 songs on this project. 13 songs, 41 minutes. It's license and distribution through Rock Nation. I know Rock Nation, they are going to push this record like they're gonna push this project like no other, yo. I'm telling you. These guys are on all platforms. They was on the Breakfast Club this morning. I'm gonna listen to that interview in a little while. Um, but yeah, man, shout out to the Clips, man. They showed up for this. Shout out to Pharrell. I questioned it a little bit. His sound does sound, he does have a different sound after Chad not working with him. It's not a bad sound. Last night I was very hard on him. Pause. But he did his thing. He has some really great production on this project. Um, I love Pharrell as an artist. I think he is I think he is top five producers of all time. Top five producers of all time, hands down. Number one is because he's in the lab doing these tracks himself. He's not one of those producers that just has a number of guys working with him and he comes in and telling them what to do like Diddy does. He don't do that. You feel me? So this was a good album. This was a good album. I'm gonna pump it on the way home. I'm gonna pump it on my break. I'm pumping while I'm working out in the gym. I'm just glad that hip hop is back where it's at. Nas, he got a verse on there. It wasn't the best Nas verse, but we got something. We got something. You know, um, Shoot. These guys represented. I think it's time for a Malice solo project, and I think it's time for a Pusha T solo project. If we can get that, that'll be super duper cool. I wish that they had other producers on this project though, like a Swiss Beats. I don't know what the relationship is with Kanye West and Pusha T, but I wish they had other producers on this project because Clips, they have a very versatile flow, a versatile rhythm to their music. These guys are they're great at storytelling, great at creating a vision with their music. And I think, when you have other producers that work with them, they can bring out different characteristics in your flow and in your craft that a specific producer might not bring out of you. So I think they missed me with that, what just happened for Pharrell on everything. The last couple of tracks though, there were like drops of DJ Clue. I don't know what that was about. I know because one of the last songs was Nas. The second to last song was Nas, but I kept hearing like sound bites of DJ Clue, like little drops. So I don't know what that's about, but it worked. It worked. It worked. I like the way it blended with the music. It gave like an East Coast vibe, you know. Well, Virginia is East Coast, but it gave a New York vibe. Thank you for subscribing. I see all the subscribers. I see what y'all doing. I see them clicking in. I appreciate y'all. I definitely wanted to do a review this morning because last night I was very harsh and I was I was like, wow, I was like, I gotta correct myself because you know, and this is why it's important to listen to the whole project before even voicing your opinion. Moreover, I don't regret what I said last night. You know, it things just hit different when you get in the car. They hit different. You know, I don't regret what I said about Jim Jones. I think there needs to be a Jim Jones and Nas project. If I didn't say it last night, yes, I'm saying it right now. There needs to be a Jim Jones and Nas project. And this is only if Nas agrees to it because sometimes these artists are not in a mental space to have to be even creating doing projects. So I think that'll be good. I think Jim Jones can bring a certain style of Nas that we've been missing. You know, I think that could be a thing. That could be a thing, especially because from the era, not too many like not too many artists you could see rapping with Nas, and you know Jim is already he's the type of rapper that I think it would be good. Like, you know, you got the Jada Kiss and Fabulous. You know, you have the I don't think Fat Joe did one with anybody, but you know, it's certain artists where you can kind of see them working with other ones, and I just feel like, you know, then their last name is, you know, is Jones or whatever. But yeah, I think this is an album you guys should really check out. It's gonna be pumping. Everybody's gonna be pumping it over the weekend. I think y'all should check it out. I downloaded it. I showed it some love. You know, thank you guys for all the comments. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for tuning in. My numbers have been looking good since the video of Trill Burgers I put on my page went viral. So I've been getting a lot of good traffic coming in, a lot of engagement. Hip hop is alive. Hip hop is not. Oh my God, you guys. Sheesh. I'm looking at some of these comments. Let me see something. I got a 1 second. Let me see something. Okay. What is that? Choose one. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So, just want to thank you guys for tapping in. But yeah, man. You know, like I said, go check it out. Listen to it in the gym. Listen to it while you're working out. What else is going on while we in the building? What else is going on? Let me see. While I got y'all with me, listen, make sure y'all check out some of the other content on the page. And make sure you comment on the other content. All right. So we got some very, very, very good content on the page. And wow. I hope this isn't true. I hope this isn't true. What's up, sis? I hope this isn't true. It says that Javante Davis is locked up. Let me go to TMZ. Because you know TMZ got all the tea. They got all the tea. Or maybe let me go to let me just Google it. That'd be crazy. It's like niggas is too Javante Davis. Let's see. Ah, man. Well, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm looking for the actual. Um, Let me see. Nah, I'm seeing it on certain platforms, but none that are credible. Like some of these platforms are not credible, and I don't like posting or talking about news that's not credible from thank you, King James, King James, appreciate it. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? So we, um, I'm trying to find out if Javante is really locked up. Yeah. Okay, I don't see it on here. I don't see no credible sources that are saying he's locked up or in jail. Wow. Yeah, I don't see nothing. So I don't think he's locked up. So yo, listen, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, go check out the Clipse album. The joint is fire. It's official. I really like it. I'm about to pump some of it right now. Pause. As I'm here at work, drink some coffee or whatever the case is. I'm going to work out to it this weekend. Do my push-ups or whatever. Get right. And listen, man, y'all have a beautiful weekend. I'll probably come on before the day is out again, or sometime this weekend, maybe Sunday, to do a live. And listen, y'all stay blessed. All right, peace.